All right, welcome. This is Stacey Rivera with Strong, Healthy, and Happy. And I have two graduates from Strong, Healthy, and Happy. This is Mark and Liddy. Guys, thanks so much for joining me. How are you guys tonight?
Good.
Good.
Good. A little nervous going, hey,
Yep.
how many people are going to watch this? I have no idea. I hope that people are tuning in to just hear about your amazing story. And so what I'd like to just share tonight is what you guys have gone through as far as where you started on your journey, what you were dealing with anxiety and depression, and now where you're at, Liddy. And so, Liddy, would you mind telling us kind of where were you at the beginning, as far as, I know that you were managing, but what were you managing and how were you managing it?
So in the beginning, managing the anxiety was, trying medication, trying like other things like acupuncture,
Okay.
going to a therapist, just kind of trying to deal with it on my own.
Okay.
And, you know, taking the medication, it did help, but then it would would, like, if I stopped taking it, it would just go, it would start back up again. So
Okay.
I was really just kind of desperate trying to find a solution other than just staying on medication.
Okay.
Um,
So if I'm understanding that right, the anxiety while you were on the medication, it was kind of a livable level. As soon as you came off the medications, it'd come right back.
yeah. Yeah. It
Okay.
was just kind of like a roller coaster, and sometimes you get to that point where, enough is enough and just trying to find just a better solution.
Yeah. Yeah. So how effective was the therapy for helping with the anxiety?
Um, I mean, it did help, as far as like talking to someone, but,
Mhm.
um, and again, it got to the point where, okay, you could only say so much, or the therapist could only say so much to you. And
Yeah.
trying to get to a point where I felt comfortable, I really never did get to that point.
Mhm.
And that's why I think it just got worse because, it just didn't really help as I thought it would.
Sure.
Well, trying
Sure.
to find another solution, it was just kind of going round and around in circles, you
Okay.
know.
Yeah, absolutely. And you also mentioned, I remember when we first started, brain fog was a big concern for you. So tell
Yeah.
me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So when that happened to me, it was just kind of like you feel like you just can't concentrate. You almost feel like you're losing like your concentration on daily things. Just trying to
Mm,
feel like getting through the day, and I didn't want to feel like that. I wanted to feel like myself, like I did before.
okay.
And it just got worse and worse, and again, just feeling
Mm,
kind of that desperation of what am I going to do.
yeah. Mark, do you want to jump in here for, like, what do you remember before we started working together? Like, what stands out to you about the beginning part of this journey?
Um, as far as like when we started, there was a lot of panic attacks from Liddy and just not being focused. Um, very anxious
Mhm.
most of the time. You
Hmm.
know, so
I just want to say that while we're talking about it, like expression wise, you can see like the seriousness of how like it sucked. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
like I can read on your faces, like it was not a good time. It was not, and it was, again, you guys were trying different things, trying to get out of it. Nothing was really helping.
yep.
So after we worked together, Liddy, how would you describe yourself now? Like,
Oh my gosh, it's like a 180. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
so much better now. I mean, it went from like night and day. It was just a total transformation. Um, Things are just so much better now, not just emotionally, but physically,
Good. Yeah.
spiritually, um, just just so much better. I mean, I feel much better. Um, I know how to handle things better now.
That's
Um,
beautiful.
it's just it's just wonderful.
Perfect. I love that. I like that you highlighted that you can handle things better, because you guys know one of the things I always say is like, I can't stop life happening from you, like life happening to you. Like life still happens. Life still happens to me.
Yes.
Things happen around me, but I want you to be in a place where, hey, you can handle those bumps with ease. Like you have tools. It doesn't rock your day. It doesn't take you into a spiral for 3 weeks. Like it's like, hey, I've got what I need. I'm okay. I can handle this.
Yeah. And that's what we learned from this, that you learn these tools, and it just kind of provides that security for you, and knowing that you can go back to them, because like you said, every day something can happen, whether it's good or bad, and you know what to do now. I mean, those triggers might come up and you have the tools to combat it, and it works. It really does.
Beautiful. Thank you. So let me ask you another question, kind of going back to the beginning. What was the prevailing doubt that you had about whether or not you could completely heal? Like whether or not that was even possible? Like what was the doubt that kind of kept coming up for you at the beginning of this?
I think it was just, I always had that worry that what if I can't get over this, this constant worrying about my health. Am I ever going to get better? It was always that what if, and that really just kind of, I wasn't sure if that was ever going to stop. So it was almost like I was in that cycle of, okay, what am I going to do? It was always that doubt.
Yeah. And the what if followed by something negative.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Are your what ifs now followed by something positive?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
because that in itself is pretty huge, right?
Yes. I mean, again, with the tools that we've learned, you use that to say, okay, even though I can say what if, I have those tools to stop it and say, okay, now I know how to turn this back into a positive instead of a negative.
Beautiful.
And it works. I mean, it helps.
Beautiful. So tell me a little bit about the impact of us working together and your healing process on your relationship with God.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was a big part, because although we're believers in God, I think, again, the tools that are provided kind of guide you in that direction of diving in deeper and learning more about God's word and how it helps you with everyday life. I mean, it's written for a reason, and
good, yeah.
It is. And it's true that, if you follow that, I mean, it makes life easier, because even though we live in this world, I mean, the Bible gives you the information on how to, to work through anything that's negative. You just have to believe in God, and he'll get you through this.
Beautiful. Good. That was one of the things that I noticed really blossomed. It was like, I knew your faith was intact when we started. That was definitely evident. But I did see and could hear the more and more we talked, and the more we went through the process, it was like, it's deeper now. It's deeper now. And I could just feel that you were feeling more and more secure in your relationship with God, and just in a deeper understanding of the Bible, which is just beautiful to see.
Yeah. So, definitely.
For you, Mark, had you noticed, like, what was the impact for your marriage? What was the impact for your relationship?
Oh, it's just total 180 now. From where we were to now, it's it's changed my mindset.
Beautiful.
We're both of us are eating right. We're focused more energy.
Nice. Yeah.
So doing good.
And smiling and laughing. With ease. Yes.
I got my wife back.
Yes. That's beautiful. I want you to say that again. What was that?
Said I have my wife back now.
That's I love that. The reason why I wanted you to say that again is because I feel like a lot of conversations that I have during the breakthrough session, exactly that they're like, this person that I'm married to now is different than the person that we started with, because of the anxiety and depression or whichever mental health issue that they're facing, that it's stolen some things.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they're like. They're like, I want my wife back or my husband back, depending on which way this goes. But that's beautiful. Thank you. Beautiful.
I can say that.
So yeah, go ahead.
We've been married for 23 years, and, you know, being married that long, sometimes you can, you know, hit a few bumps in the road and, you know, just kind of like lose a little bit of each other. And this program has actually helped us tremendously
Yeah.
in that part of bringing us back together. Because doing this together, I think has just really brought us closer.
Yeah.
And emotionally, physically, it's just
Beautiful,
really
yeah.
made us much happier together.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. That's amazing. That's awesome. So we don't talk about your daughter a whole lot, but I assume she was impacted by this as well. So
Oh,
do
yeah.
you want to
Oh,
give
yeah.
me any insight? Yeah, you want to give me any
Yeah.
insight on that?
So she, of course, you know, just noticed that we were doing, you know, working together with you, and
Yeah.
she picked up some of the tools as well. You know,
Beautiful.
kind of learning more
Yeah.
about blood and, you know, just emotion, you know, having a more positive outcome about, you know, herself and everything.
Beautiful. Yeah. That's important at her age. Right there in that age, if that's good. I'm so glad to hear that. Good. Good. So let me ask, does anything stand out for biggest shifts in your mindset? Because we do a lot of mindset work where we work a lot on improving perspective and all of that. So is there anything that stands out as a huge shift in your mindset?
Yeah. I want to say it was again, the what ifs, the doubting, the negativity.
Yeah.
It took some time for me, I will admit, to get through that. And
Okay.
still I do deal with it, but I know what to do with it now. I know
Beautiful.
I can stop and say, okay, I've got these tools.
Yeah.
I know now that I can go back to that at any time and say, okay, I know how to deal with this. And instead of sitting there going, what should I do? What if I don't get over this? I know what to do, how to get over it and work it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. So before, again, you were surviving, managing, and now you would say thriving.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
How well do you feel equipped for whatever dreams that you and Mark and your daughter pursue or decide to dream about? Do you feel equipped to be able to pursue those things now?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, again, I went from being so negative about feeling, you know, doubtful about things and
Mhm.
not wanting to do things, especially with my family, because I felt kind of guilty about how I felt.
Wow.
Now,
Okay.
again, with these tools that I've learned, I feel more confident. I feel like that, you know, we can talk about what's going on if anything shows up
Beautiful.
again.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I need to hide it anymore. I mean, I feel like
Beautiful.
now
Yeah.
I'm more confident about talking about it.
I love that. I love that. That's good. I again want to highlight what you said there, because you started to kind of paint the picture of before you were almost avoiding the family because you felt guilty about just the way that you felt. So it was like I almost like I'm bringing negativity and I'm dragging the party down, and so let me just avoid people. Your own family,
Yeah.
like that. That's huge. That's huge. But now it's like, hey,
Yeah, I felt like I didn't want to burden them with it, but
yeah,
you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't hold it in because it just makes it worse.
Mm.
And talking
Sure.
about it, and again, with the tools that we've learned, it's helped tremendously in getting that confidence back. I mean, you know, it
yeah,
just,
yeah.
yeah, it definitely
Well,
was.
when like everything comes online, so when you start operating out of a place of joy and peace, it's like, yeah, you want to bring your loved ones closer to you, but now you're bringing joy and peace with you into that environment. And so everything changes, which is exactly what it sounds like to me, Liddy, that everything has changed for you in a very good way,
And you feel like that they don't know what's going on, But even
Sure.
my daughter,
Sure.
she said later, she said, I knew something was wrong, but I just didn't know.
Mm,
They know.
And
yeah.
that's
And she
why,
didn't know how to help you either. That's the thing. It's
exactly.
like she loves you as a mom, but how can she help you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she does see a
Mm,
change in me now, which is
beautiful.
that makes me feel good.
That does. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's awesome. That's awesome. Very good. So, for those that are watching, what would you say to someone else who is dealing with anxiety and depression that's like, I want to change and just feeling scared about stepping up to change their life? What would you say to them? What advice would you give?
I would say, take a deep breath and, just go for it. What have you got to lose? You've tried things in the past, you know,
Yeah.
you've tried other things in the past like I have, and going with the tools that you learn. And I think that people should just give it a try.
Yes.
You really don't have anything to lose. You will not be
That's good.
disappointed. You definitely will not be disappointed.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. You definitely won't be disappointed. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I've had a few folks that are like, "Oh, I'm just gonna give this a try." One of my caveats with that, like, I'm like, once you try, I gotta have you give me all your effort, right? Which we had that conversation.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, if we do this, I need you to be all in, okay?
Yep.
Which is why you had such amazing success. Like, I just want to make sure that we're very clear about that. Like, you two were all in. And I do, and I know you guys have heard me say it before, but I'll say it again. Like, Mark, I so appreciate how supportive you've been in this process, and like truly have been all in right here with Liddy, doing your own work throughout
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Thank
process,
you.
so that you could, yeah, so that you could work on your things too. Because again, nobody's perfect. Like, I know you had room to grow emotionally,
Yeah.
physically, and spiritually as well. And so it not only benefited you, but wow, as Liddy found her freedom, for both of you just to gain a stronger marriage, it's been absolutely beautiful to be part of your story. So thank you guys so much for, again, being all in and putting in the work. It's been just a pleasure to be alongside this journey, and I'm so just proud of you guys, and it's been just beautiful, just a beautiful story. So thank you.
We want to say thank you.
Thank you very much.
You guys have changed our lives.
Yep.
Ah, thank you.
It's just been such a blessing.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you.
Very welcome.
And
Very
to
welcome.
the out there, like I said, just
Yeah.
do it. Just try it.
Give it a
You'll
chance.
give
Stay,
it a-
stay the
yes.
course, and it'll work out.
Good. Yeah. Anything at all you guys would like to add before we end?
Yeah, just again, we're so grateful for this, for everything that we've learned. And again, we can't just say enough that, everyone should try this, because
Yeah.
even if you feel like that you're so hesitant about it, just give it a try and you'll be amazed.
It's definitely a game changer for sure.
Yes, yes. And so many pieces of your story are just beautiful. And I really appreciate that, especially because I really appreciate that it's not like this is your first rodeo. You guys had tried some other things.
Yeah.
And whatever it was that was missing from the different things you tried, you guys found it right here. And again, we're all in. And so amazing success story. You guys just, yeah. Yay. I'm so looking forward to seeing like what else you guys are going to do, like just in your next season of life. So yay. Thank you guys again so much for being here. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.